Guffanti.
Hello, Guffanti. Welcome to Guffanti Brunettes.
Welcome.
I am Emily.
I am Fee.
And we have Pete on sound.
You guys can call me Fat Fee, actually. I gained a lot of fucking weight.
No, you didn't. And this is the problem with women in 2019
No.
and Instagram.
I stepped on the scale today, and I was so happy because I was like, I've been eating cookies every night. I've been eating like crazy.
How many?
I stepped on the scale. It was on a rug. So it said that I weighed like 110 pounds, and I was like, oh my God. Like,
Thank
what am I going
God.
to tell people? Like, my metabolism is so fast.
Yeah.
So then I looked at it, and I was like, that can't be right. Like, I've never weighed 110 pounds in my life, so I moved it. I gained like a lot of weight.
How much? You don't have to tell us your original or your end.
I gained 10 pounds.
Okay.
That's a solid amount of weight to gain.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot.
I've
I've been eating things like marshmallows, you know, like what's even in a marshmallow? Like
yeah, like
glue?
you're eating
Like,
it because
what's in a marshmallow?
You're eating it because it's there, not because you want it.
And like I'm full and I'm still stuffing my face.
Right.
And then like I'll be sitting right across from Dominic, you know, my brother Dominic, he has like severe OCD and he'll be like weighing his food. Like he'll be like weighing his cinnamon and I'm like pounding marshmallows.
Yeah, but you know what? That you and I are the same about this. We get into phases where you're either like full fat mode or you're like being real clean and keto.
I know. It's like
And this is what, and can I just say, you stepped out of the car. Sophia drove into the city today. I parked her car.
Weight
of
looks
course.
good on me.
You got out of the car and I was like, Sophia, you look
You
awesome.
did, and I could tell by the way you looked at me that you meant it.
I did because like I think that it's fair to say that at times when you were on keto, especially when you were with your ex, like you were a little too skinny.
Well,
it's
keto,
nice. You have a
feel
fat
like
ass.
Keto, I think, is a really solid diet for a little bit, you know?
Cleanse.
Like, and if you don't know what keto is, it's like a high protein, high fat diet. And
Yeah.
I don't really know, like I did lose a lot of weight, like water weight, but I lost more weight than ever when I was doing like a caloric diet. But I don't think that keto is really like the right diet
and
for
there's
me
plenty
long
of-
term.
there's-
And it made my cholesterol go sky high.
Yeah, there
through the
are
roof.
lots of articles that will tell you not to do keto long term. By the way, if you're watching this, we have a guitar in between us on the
Rockin'
couch.
Guffanti.
Today's episode
It's
of
a rock
Guffanti.
and roll kind of episode.
It's a rock and roll episode. So there's a giant, like $3,000 guitar sitting between us.
I do want to say though, like I always made fun of Dominic, like for his rituals and stuff, like his terrible OCD, because he would do crazy things.
Yeah.
Like he was like upset with like his sweat and everything, so he would like he would like put his hand by the refrigerator, and it would be like you saw him do this
Yeah.
before, and he would be like drying his armpit. Like I'm sorry, Dominic, for talking about this, but like
No,
and
he would lean
you know
on the
a thing, like,
refrigerator.
he didn't like to sweat or be wet or at all.
I actually can totally relate. If you ask John, there was like one morning where he was up at the same time as me and I was getting ready for work. And to be fair, I had just come back from a run. But for some reason, whenever I run in the morning and then shower and get out of the shower, I will be dripping wet until I get to work. Like just profusely sweating the whole time.
But
and
you're
so
in
John,
the city, like that makes sense. Especially
no,
a
in
summer
Warren,
city.
in Warren too.
You're just sweaty.
I'm just sweaty. And so there was one morning where John saw, like, I was eating my breakfast out, like after my shower, and I was sitting in front of the air conditioner with my face against it as I ate my breakfast because I needed to be cool and not wet. And so I was eating yogurt naked in front of the air conditioner, like this,
oh my
2
God.
inches from my face.
You're that like, see, like if I have like like I'm always sweating, like I'm sweating a little bit right now, but it doesn't like upset me enough to like just like stand by the fridge and dry out my armpit.
You want to know why it really upsets me?
And then like I'm sorry, like I even remember like he dried his armpit and then he put the napkin back on the table and like I literally wiped my mouth with it. He does the same thing with hair. Like if there's hair on his body, he wipes it off and he folds it back up.
I can tell you've been living at home a little bit too long now, and all of the people you live with are starting to really
Everyone's
bother
pissing me
you.
off so bad.
It's because you live with them. That's why. You wouldn't have said anything about Dominic when you were still living with Gabby.
You're right, because it wasn't bothering me at all.
Because you don't have to deal with it.
The toothpaste thing, Em?
What's the toothpaste thing?
He's taking up the whole bathroom with toothpaste, like different ones for cavities, ones for whitening, ones like an
that
all-purpose.
real?
And he stacks it on top of his toothbrush. I'm not even kidding. He stacks each toothpaste on top of the toothbrush, and then he tongue scrapes, and I hear him like throwing up.
Oh my God, John
like
does
he's
that
literally
too.
like throwing up. He's
Russell
like,
does that?
it's too much though.
No,
I'm like, come on.
there have been like 2 times when John's brushing his teeth and I hear like, "Eh!" And I'm like, what? I come over, I'm like, baby, are you okay?
You don't need to gag yourself.
Up.
Your tongue, like you could scrape your tongue without gagging yourself.
I know. I do it.
I'm
every
the one
day.
with postnasal drip and tonsil stones, and I don't even do that. Like I just do a quick brush and I'm out the door.
But maybe it's because they've never had a cock in their mouth. So their gag reflex is a little weak.
Okay, and last thing about Dominic,
Okay,
and then
moving on.
I know, and I can't even help it. It's just been like so
ahead,
crazy.
get it out, vent.
I walked in because we all use my parents' shower. Like we just all use the same one, and Dominic is laying on the bed. Like he literally made a quilt of towels all over my parents' bed, and he's butt ass naked, drying by the window. All 3 of the windows are open, and he's drying. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I looking at this 27-year-old man air drying?
Honestly,
and then he has to lay on the bed and flip over.
I have major respect for him because I could never carry out, like, I have habits that are like, the only reason they're able to flourish is because I now live alone. I could never have the wherewithal to be in my parents' house and like carry out habits like that. So bless him.
No, and my parents don't even say anything about it, which
it's just
actually,
life.
but it's like if you have OCD, and now we're going to talk about a mental illness because that's what OCD is. If your parents don't like smack you into place and you're a grown man, like they should. It's only making your OCD worse. Rituals are good to an extent.
Not in 2019. In 2019, OCD is taken you have to like tiptoe around it when people have like serious OCD.
Yeah, but it's like,
in my opinion, it should be a slap in the
parenting
face.
thing.
No,
we can't blame the parents. I know that's
the guitar.
Not the guitar. You can't blame the parents, but I also think like if you're not going to say anything, like if you're going to tiptoe around it, it's only going to make it worse for them.
I agree. Like for example, I'm not going to talk about this. I think that...
Doesn't it make you sad that you have to tiptoe around OCD like you're doing right now?
Well, my brother has OCD.
Yeah,
actually,
so does
2
mine.
of my older brothers have OCD.
My
and
mother has
my
OCD.
My mom, like, fully enables it.
Yeah.
And I feel like if there's any chance they're listening, but they know it's true.
Yeah.
My mom enables it, and I feel like the best way to get rid of some... If you're... It's not like they're not aware. They're aware that they have it. And I'm like, if you are aware that you have this, shouldn't you know that someone... catering to it is not going to help you get over it. Well, but I guess you can't really apply that to everything.
I think if one of the parents has it though, and they can relate to it,
no, my dad has OCD.
So
but he doesn't recognize that he has it.
Oh no, that's even
he's
worse.
Hard on my
so
brother's
bad.
versions of it because they all have their own different version. I have a little bit of OCD. I have a weird thing where like if I say something that like I think was wrong, I'll have to run to the nearest actual wood, and knock 3 times in groups of 3. Isn't that OCD?
No,
it'll ruin my day if I don't.
That's superstitious. Like OCD, like my mom dips her foot into, my mom gets so embarrassed about it, but she dips her foot into her shoe like a couple times before she could put it on, and she'll like dip her hand into a sleeve. Her drying, like the drying thing. Well, I guess maybe you do because you have a drying thing too.
I have a drying thing where like as soon as I get out of the shower, if I am not instantly dry, I'm very upset.
See, I wish I had a little bit of OCD because I am the least regimented person. Like every morning and day is different for me. Like the only thing that is the same is food. Like I have to have a huge breakfast in the morning, but that's it. Like I feel like I'd be better off if I had more rituals. Rituals are good.
I'm
to
a
an
ritualistic
extent.
girl.
Ritualistic.
I need my rituals. But I was gonna say also that the sweat bothers me because if I wash a shirt and then I put it on and immediately start sweating, I'm very upset because I just washed it. Well, John and I just took our laundry to his parents' apartment and like washed all of our sheets and our clothes and our towels. And this morning I put it smelled like literally Febreze made my shirt.
Like for me, that's like the feeling of when you put on clean underwear and then you immediately get a shit
discharge.
stain.
Oh, or a shit stain. What's that, Pete?
Hey, Pete. He's like, there's Guffanti.
Yeah, there they are.
They haven't been gross yet.
Speaking of shit, let's get there.
Okay, good. I was nervous.
Yes.
We haven't talked about it yet.
It's time. So it's like welcome week at NYU. So like all the new freshmen are coming in.
Yeah.
And last night I was in the East Village because I had a meeting with someone. And then after I left the meeting, I instantly had to shit so bad. Like I think my body
was
was
an
like, you're alone
emergency.
now, and it became a big emergency.
yeah.
But in New York City, like, where are you gonna shit? I don't live downtown
Yeah.
anymore. I live up here, so like, where was I gonna shit? That's the number one perk of going to NYU. Pete's nodding
You
his
get
head.
to shit in an NYU bathroom?
Well, all the NYU buildings, you just flash your ID, you go in and you shit. And it's a
Oh
free
my
toilet.
God.
And they're good. You can get a private bathroom. Like, if you know your buildings, you can get a nice shitting experience.
That's fucked up because I literally work at Macy's and the nearest bathroom is still, I work there, I'm an employee, is still like 10 minutes away.
Yeah,
like
that is fucked
everybody in retail has a UTI because like there is no bathroom nearby.
And you have to hold it on
I
your
have to hold
piss.
it in all day. I rather hold it in.
You're
There's like
always holding
always
your piss in.
people at the counter too, like deep throating lipsticks and whatnot. And like I have to hold my pee in because I have to accommodate them, you know? But like there's no bathroom nearby and you get to go to an NYU bathroom.
Well,
but worth your college tuition, you know?
That was like,
They're paying me.
I tell people, I'm like, the biggest alumni perk of NYU is that if you are in downtown Manhattan, you can find an NYU building anywhere and go in and piss or shit if you need to. So I was downtown last night and it was such an
scholar
emergency.
you are, and you get to shit anywhere you want.
Yeah. I mean, if I hadn't gone to NYU, I don't know what I would have done. I would have had to like go into like a Dunkin' Donuts. And that
You would have just been
sucked.
shitting on the side of the road.
I considered like, I was like, what? It was such an emergency that I had some pretty dirty thoughts in my head. But so I went to this NYU dorm. I went to Weinstein, Pete. Downstein. And with Weinstein, it's nice because I get really scared. I have like the opposite of a fake ID fear now of like, I feel like I look too old and they're going to know that I don't go there anymore. If I flash my ID, they're going to be like, come here. What year does that say?
Oh, wait. So are you allowed or are you just kind of like getting by with it?
Kind of getting by.
Yeah.
But if you flash your ID, they don't look at the date. If they were like, come over here, they'd see that I graduated.
But would they really be like, no, you can't poop here?
Some of them. Some
That's
of the
so
guards.
fucked up.
But I know the buildings well. And
Yeah.
this particular building, you walk in, and if you go down to the dining hall, anyone can go down. You don't have to show an ID to go down there. You just like go down to the dining hall.
So you can eat
And the
too?
bathrooms are down there. No, you have to swipe in.
Oh, I was going to say, if you could get free food too.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
If a kid swiped me in, I could.
I'd be like, make a copy for
I'd-
me.
I'd make you a copy of that ID. But so I went down into the bathroom because it was free, and I like sat there for like 10 minutes. It was like such a nice experience. And then I was leaving and I was washing my hands, and this girl was like, oh my God, I love your hair. And I was like, oh, thanks. Like, you know, I get that a lot. And so I was
Yeah.
like, thank you. And then she was like, wait, no, like, so like what do you use like product in
Oh my
it?
God, and did you tell her about your friend who gives you the amazing shampoo?
No, I was, first of all, I was very like, I felt like the feeling you get when right after you masturbate and you feel like everybody's looking at you.
Oh my God, like you're ashamed.
That's how I felt. I was like, I
I did something bad.
I did. If you would have seen it, I did. So I was like, don't talk to me. But so she was like, do you put product in? I was like, oh no, like it's my natural hair. She was like, I love it. Oh my, it's like really, really pretty. And like starts talking to
Was
me.
she flirting with you?
Well, no, I realized as I was talking to her, I was like, oh my God, this is like your third day of being here. You just like need to make friends.
Oh, and you were the
And I'm like, dude, I'm just here to shit.
you were the wrong friend to make.
Well, I think she
you were
was,
like,
like,
what
trying to-
if you just like said, stop right here? I know you're new. I just came here to shit.
I should have said to her, like, listen, kid, I went here. I don't go here anymore. I'm actually way older than you think I am. I'm just here to poop. Have a great day at class. Good luck with writing the essay. She really thought she was about to make a new friend, and I was like,
Oh, that's so sad, but
Yeah.
so cool that you get to shit anywhere you want.
yeah, that's really the moral of the story is that NYU allows you to shit.
No, that's amazing.
Anywhere.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a different subject. I've been spending so much money. Like, it's so bad. I got my first overdraft fee. Like, so since I moved home, I was like, I don't need to pay rent. I'm not even gonna like track the money that I'm using anymore because I had the app. I was tracking the money. So I've been spending at least once a week, and now I'm even using my PayPal credit. I don't even have a real credit card. I have a PayPal credit with a $250 limit.
Your limit is 200.
$250. I didn't even get approved for more than that.
Oh,
it's so fucked
that's a
up.
bad sign.
And that's why you're like, Fee, you look amazing because I'm buying new clothes all the time. I try to never repeat.
She got out of the car and was like,
Yeah,
you
but
look
if you
awesome.
look in my car, I'm really like, I have an I looked at my bank account and I had negative like $450, I think.
450?
Yeah, not $4.50. I had negative $450, and then I was like, "Oh no! Like, how did that happen? How did I not know about that?" And then to make matters worse, like I'm already broke. They hit me with an $80 overdraft fee. I was like, if I was like, obviously I couldn't afford anything that I was buying. You're gonna put me in more debt now? $80?
That's what you.
So I'm at the point.
You get penalized when you take out money you don't have. How dare you steal their money?
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Think about it from their perspective. You just stole $400.
I know. I need to start managing my money a little bit better. But now I'm at the point where I'm sell. If you looked in the back seat of my car, I just have bags everywhere. Like I have to go sell my clothes. Like I'm going to sell my clothes to make more money. It's so
good. You should. I mean, if you're buying, I always think about it like if I'm buying more clothes, there must be some clothes I can get rid of to make room for these clothes.
Yeah.
But I never really make money. The only money I have made off of clothes, actually, and you should take note, if you have designer jeans, you could take them to a thrift store in the city.
True Religion jeans. Those
aren't
not even good anymore. I got Ed Hardy.
No. What is it, like 7th grade clothes?
Sinful.
Oh, you were always like Metro Park. That's where you shop.
I gotta obey.
Guess. Yeah.
Oh, I have Guess stuff.
You were always very gray diamond stud.
Ooh. It's so funny
you
you say that because I was gonna do a gray diamond stud look for Guffanti today, and then I was like, maybe too much.
No, your makeup looks really pretty.
Thank you so much.
Really pretty.
I just bought some new makeup.
Well,
too.
Speaking of makeup, the other day I was like, you know how in the summer when you get tan, you're kind of like, oh my God, I'm like really naturally pretty because you're tan.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I give spray tans
because
it's a big business because everybody wants to be tan.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I genuinely think like whenever I am tan, I can get away with being a little heavier than normal and like not wearing as much makeup because
it is true though, because the darker you are, the thinner you look. Like it's like wearing black.
Yeah. Oh, is it actually?
I mean, it makes sense in my head.
Oh, okay.
I never heard anyone say that, but right?
You always say things so certainly, and I realize that you're just like saying it.
I know. Manipulative.
Well, so I was like, I had a moment with myself the other day. I was like, I forget, John wasn't here, and it was like a Saturday, and I was like, gonna have a day in Central Park by myself. And I was like getting ready for the day, and I like put a dress on, and I was like, what if I just like go outside and like don't wear makeup today? What if I just like don't wear makeup today, you know?
I don't have many days like that.
I never have days like that, but I was tan. I felt cute.
You were feeling good.
And I was like, maybe no makeup today. Pete, you relate? You have days like that? And so I was like, but then I had a flashback to, and this is the reason why I will never not wear makeup.
Oh, no.
Freshman year of college, John and I had just started dating. And we would sleep at each other's dorms. And this was back when you had like roommates where the bed was literally 3 feet away from you, right?
Yeah.
You shared a literal bedroom with someone.
I remember your one roommate, like right.
Yeah. Well, John's dorm was like literally the distance between us and the coffee table right
That's
now.
not even
or
right.
like the end of
That's
the
not right that humans should like,
That was-
like Brooks, like beach house.
It was like that. Yeah. It was
Brooks
actually
Beach
like
House.
that.
Had Brooks Beach House. Hey, Brooke. Beds, like literally mattresses everywhere.
It was literally the Manson house. We went down to the Manson house. It was just like, she had like Pete, do you know the culture of like the Jersey Shore? I didn't either. I thought I did.
He doesn't know the culture of the Jersey Shore. That's
I did not know that that's what I was getting into when we went down there.
Just hold it like this little.
Our friend Brooke had said to me and Sophia all summer, like, you guys gotta come down the shore. I got a shore house. Like, it's in Manasquan, which is a town down the shore. I was like,
and it's a really sweet town. It's a nice town, but like, it's a whole different world in Manasquan.
So my parents like drove me down the shore with our other friend Asha, and we were driving down and they were going to drop us off, and we pulled down her street and we're looking at all the houses and like the really pretty like 3 stories, like wraparound porch, gorgeous houses. And then they were like, we were pulling up and the address was 403 and we were like 401, and they're like, oh, it must be this next big one. And I was like, yeah. And then we pull a little bit further, and hiding between the 2 mansions was a little bungalow, a little tiny shed.
No, but it's really, really cute from the outside.
For one person. There were 15 girls living in a 2-bedroom apartment down the shore.
There was actually only mattress on the floor. Like, you had to step on mattresses, and it was just a bunch of girls. Like, I walked in the next day after all of them went partying, and I just like went for a beach day. And this was the last time we recorded. And I walked in.
There was that
and
day.
then I was like, I just see all these girls, and they're all so they're like drunk from the night before.
No, not
Everyone
even drunk.
has makeup smeared all over their face.
Oh, well, you came on Sunday.
I came the next day after your crazy night.
I walked in with my parents on
You weren't
Saturday.
doing well that
and
day.
we walked in, and I'm not kidding you, like, it was a crack den. Like, there was a bunch of young girls, like, sprawled on mattresses, dead, like, passed away on these mattresses. And my mom and dad were with me, and I was like...
You were like, Mom, Dad, come see
like,
Brooks Beach.
Yeah, they were, and I was like, oh my God, like, oh no, what did I just get into? Because if you've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it was literally like the scene when they go to the ranch, and the girls are just like dead on the ranch.
There was cum all over the sheet.
There was cum all over the shit. It was, oh my God, like honestly PTSD. And I get there and this one girl is eating chicken noodle soup out of a massive Tupperware. Like that was this lifestyle. We just
It was just like prom weekend all the time.
At 23 though. It was scary.
I feel like shitty talking shit,
about it.
but like
She's got to know though.
it was the Manson house, and I mean, like it is
I
fun.
was ready
It
to
is
see
fun,
needles.
maybe for a night. Yeah, it looked like there would be needles. Like when you see mattresses like that, it looks like a crack house. But like, come on.
Oh, it was really, and then like I remember
it was a little scary.
Then it was scary.
It was really scary.
And then we started railing on it, and then one of our other friends was like, "It's actually like a really good price for like what we got." And I was like, "Well, no,
yeah,
you're right.
You're
like,
splitting it between 15 other people.
They paid $15,000 for the summer each.
Each?
Oh no, sorry, 1,500
For the crack house?
1,500 each.
Holy shit, that's so sad.
Yeah. But anyway. So the makeup.
The makeup.
So the story about how I'm not gonna.
Oh
ever
yeah,
not
yeah.
wear
Wait,
makeup.
what were you saying about that?
John's dorm freshman year.
Oh.
The beds were so close together.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying. So and then
why wouldn't you wear makeup again?
No, I didn't want to not wear makeup, especially because I had just started dating John, and I was like, I was so sure that if he saw me without makeup, he'd break up with me.
Oh my God.
I was 18.
Because guys never think that.
No, well, so I was like, I said to John that night, because I had brought like my toothbrush and my makeup, like it was like a real sleepover, like I was preparing for the next day. Because up until that point, we had like kept having quote unquote accidental sleepovers where we just like fall asleep. But then I'd wake up with no toothbrush, rotten makeup, and
You were like doing touch-ups as you slept.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, if we're actually gonna have a sleepover, I'm gonna like properly take care of myself before I go to bed. This was like 4 months.
And then you
in.
you came out after you got out of the bathroom. You were exposed.
I was no.
This is the real me.
So I like John was working on a paper or something out in the common area, and so I went into the bathroom to get ready to go to bed, and his roommate was working at his roommate's desk in the bedroom, like back to the rest of the room, facing his desk. So I went to go to the bathroom, I peed, I take off my makeup, and I come back in the room and I'm on my phone, and I lay in John's bed. I'm like, just laying there, and his roommate, Zach, turns around and was like, hey, you should check out whoa! He goes, whoa! And I was like, what? He was like, no, you just look really different.
Wait, that's his roommate said that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so traumatizing.
I know, and he was like so one of
And
those
the
kids.
amount, that's so weird though, because the amount of makeup that you wear is like not even close to a lot. Like I wear a lot of makeup.
No, at the time I was wearing eyeshadow and eyeliner. Now I only wear mascara, but I wore more makeup on my eyes.
Zach basically told me that I was like catfish when he met me because of the
that?
amount of makeup that I wear. And I remember we talked a little bit about it over Tinder before like we actually met. He was like, do like less of a makeup look. Like I want to see like what you really look like. So of course I did. And he was like, and you know how he is, like very matter of factly, and he was well maybe he did, and he was just like you really just, he's like, you're beautiful, you really don't look anything like your pictures.
Oh my God.
It's true though.
I actually don't agree, because even when you don't have makeup
my
on,
angles are. Oh my God. And then how about that girl who the girl, she actually promoted our podcast a little bit. What's her name?
Horgasmic?
Horgasmic.
Oh, well, it's good you bring it up, because we got to shout her out.
Oh my God. Love you, Horgasmic. But why in the world would you say that I look like Anne Hathaway and Princess Diaries' best friend?
Oh, no.
And that's not the first time I got it.
I know that
Lily.
girl, Lily.
That is so fucked up. I was like, oh my God, I'd rather look like Shailene Woodley. Like, that is so not fair.
Yeah, that's not nice. But now
she like literally has this kind of face.
Do you understand now why I get offended by Shailene Woodley? It's not that that girl is ugly. It's more of I don't want to think I look like her.
Well, no, Shailene Woodley is not ugly, and she always plays like the babe in movies.
No, she always plays like the average plain Jane.
No, Lily from Princess Diaries was literally the loser nerd. She was the loser nerd.
But you also look just like Amy Winehouse. So who really wins here?
Crackhead. I belong in Brooks' crack house.
Yeah, you belong in the Manson Shore house.
With coke all over my nose. So underneath all of this makeup right now, though, my face is orange.
Oh, because of your electrolysis?
Oh my God, this lady. And so I went for 2 treatments so far, and I didn't realize, I thought electrolysis was permanent hair removal. Like you had to go for maybe 3 treatments and then it's permanent. I looked it up, and this lady finally told me that I'm going to have to maybe go for like, at the most 3 years, every week.
Wait, what?
I was like, what? I was like,
You
I'm gonna
didn't know that before signing up for it?
No, but now I'm in it, so I have to just keep going. And she was like, maybe you could do like every 2 weeks and then eventually once a month.
Wait, how much does it cost every time?
80. 80. So I paid 80 last week, 80 this week, and I got an overdraft fee, and I'm fucked, but I have to get rid of the hair on my face. Whatever. So basically, if you don't know what electrolysis is, they take a needle with a probe, they shove the needle into your hair follicle, and they zap you with a current, and it kills your hair follicle. You would think it would work immediately, and it hurts like a bitch. I was sitting there like crying my eyes out as she tried to like talk to me, and I was like, ah!
Yeah,
like,
I would imagine. I'm actually gonna put.
I couldn't
on my lap.
But the cream that she gave me, and I don't know if it's because she's just darker skinned, so she didn't realize, because it looks like the cream she gave me looks like the equivalent of like the MAC makeup for darker skin. So I don't know if she realized, but I put it on my face and it was brown, and I was like, whatever, it's brown, it's gonna do the job, it's probably antiseptic, it's gonna work. I put it on my face, I wake up the next morning, my face is literally stained orange. So I have to walk around, I was like, I have to put makeup on every day, and I wasn't even supposed to wear makeup. So underneath all this catfish, I'm just orange now. I'm like an Oompa Loompa.
I thought it wasn't. I thought you said it hadn't stained.
No, it did stain. I have makeup from here to like my neck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's stained. I'm orange. I'm an orange.
For how long?
You're
not gonna still use that lotion.
I think I have to. I mean, it's
Can't
better.
she give you a lighter one?
I told her, so I finally told her. I was like, I didn't realize that the lotion you gave me was orange, and she was like, orange? And I was like, yeah, like it's brown. It's brown or orange. It looks orange when it goes on my skin. She was like, oh, you just put a little bit on before bed. And I was like, no, that's what I did. It's orange. And she was like,
you put too much
she's
on?
like, oh. No, I put like a...
This sounds like you're getting scammed.
Well, it seems...
Sophia, $80 a week for 3 years,
I looked it up.
and she doesn't even know?
It's actually normal. That's actually normal. That's actually cheap. Well, not the stain. The stain's not normal.
The fact that she doesn't know that she gave you orange staining lotion?
She didn't explain the electrolysis well, but I could tell that what she's doing is right because I looked online. I checked into it. No, it's a good place. It's just like my face is stained orange now, and I'm like, that's just another thing. I have like mucus and sinuses and now an orange face.
You have so much...
I have a lot of shit.
Going on.
Full grown. Well, I don't have a beard anymore, so that's a plus.
I know, but you have to go once a week to make sure you don't have it.
I know.
It's a lot of work.
It is, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's an hour of just getting your face electrocuted.
Like in what world?
If you had a beard, you would do anything to get rid of it.
John just started shaving his beard completely because he's in a movie, and it's like he literally has skin like mine. Like he shaved all the way, which I haven't seen him shave like that.
And it makes a man look very young.
I was like, John, you just shaved 5 years off of your life. But then I was like...
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did like it. I told him, I was like, I prefer a man with scruff. That's just me.
Because you like a man.
I like a man.
A burly man.
I like a burly man. But then I realized when I was kissing him, I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize if we would like make out, I would walk away from it with like hives on my face.
Oh yeah, no,
because I was making
way.
out with an exfoliator.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I get hives from just about anything, and if I'm having an intense makeout sesh, I always come out of it. We like look into each other's eyes, and my face is just hived up. Fat fucking lip.
Yeah,
like a golf ball hit me in the face. Like,
yeah, me too. It literally looks like I stained my face orange.
Do you remember?
Red.
I used to be. I don't know if I'm allergic to alcohol a little bit, but when I would drink, I would be at like the high school parties, and I'd just have a fat lip. Like,
wait,
hives.
Really?
You don't remember that?
No.
I have a picture at like a high school party of this like hive on my lip just from drinking. I thought it was from vodka, but now I drink vodka and I'm fine.
No, it was probably something else.
But I do take an antihistamine every day.
Oh, so
I don't really get
helps.
hives anymore.
Pete's growing in a little bit of a beard now, and I like it.
Yeah, it looks
I
nice
think
on
it's a
you,
good look
Pete.
on you, Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little scruff always does a man good.
I always think that too. I think that like
A 23-year-old boy with scruff is good.
yeah, I agree.
That's always good.
But I think that might also just be like I also then look at any guy in show business because like the reason why he had to do it is because he's acting, and if you look at most like actors and like people on TV,
Clean shaven.
And then as soon as they get off TV, they grow a massive beard because they don't want to have to shave.
Why are they clean shaven in movies?
No, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's actually really weird.
Like if you think about like actors
is he
in
playing
movies,
like a heartthrob, like a Prince Charming?
No, he's actually playing. It's more to make him look younger than anything because he's playing someone who's like in college or
And you know what?
high school.
John actually does look like older than his age.
John looks way older than his age. And
Yeah, he does.
But then without the beard, he kind of looks more like the cherub baby that he is. And so
Ah.
I think that's why they need him to shave it off.
So cute. You always talk about him in this adorable way.
Yeah, well, I love him.
You could just hear the love in your voice.
I really love him.
You love him so much.
I do. He's starting filming the movie tomorrow. I'm very
Oh my
camera
God.
went off. The camera was like, "Don't talk about John. He doesn't want you to talk about the movie." But now it's going again. Perfect. Anyway,
Can you imagine like if I was in a movie and they were like, you have to shave your beard? They're like, you're gonna have to shave your beard for this one. You could grow it out after, but we won't cast you unless you shave it.
something I do want to do real quick is I want to like if anybody who listens needs any book recommendations, I just want to talk about what I've read lately. I think
I'll talk about some of mine too. Yeah.
okay, cool.
You don't like my books though.
Well, because you read like motivate your life books.
You don't like
all
that?
the books you read are like here's how to be better
Wherever
at life.
you go, there I am.
Yeah, like,
No, wherever you go, there you are.
there you are.
The power of now. You are
you're
a badass. The second one.
Yeah, you have
Every
both of
day.
them. Yeah.
It's
Do you have
called-
the little book too?
I have the little book. You are the badass every day. You are a badass every day.
Yeah.
I love that.
Those are your books of like
love that.
you're always posting shit on your story of like all you have to do is take the negative and replace it with the positive and be the sunshine.
Well, because
that
I
you're-
fucking need it. I
No.
need it. And it's like it's really good for people to hear that every day. I think that it's my full-time job. I'm always working on myself. It might be a little bit too much.
No, I agree, and I think it's very healthy.
I woke up this morning and I wrote like everything I loved about myself, everything I loved about my job, everything. And like all my aspirations and dreams. I did that this morning.
See, I feel like whenever I do that, that's a sign that I'm not doing too great.
No, I think I've been doing better because
No,
of
but
it.
whenever because there was a time when I was working at Babe, when I would like get off the train on my way to work and actually out loud would go, I love my job. I love my job. I am happy. I love my
Wait,
job. And then I think back and I'm like, I was so miserable. Like I was trying to convince myself.
Do you think that? No, I'm not miserable at all. I think I really do love my job, but I'm like, I want to enforce it. I want to, you know?
No,
Saying it more is believing it, you know?
I hear you, and I think that like I go through phases. Like I have phases where I totally do that in the morning, and then
Yeah.
I think right now I'm just probably in one where I don't as much. But I actually also do it on my stories, so I guess that
You're
kind of
performing about it.
I perform about it. But
I perform about it a little bit, but I do it mostly for myself. I've been meditating a lot again, which feels so good.
Oh, that is good.
And like I've finally gotten into a state where when I'm meditating, like I'm actually not thinking of anything and I just like start focusing on my feet and I feel a little tingle. I'm like, oh my God, my feet are tingling. My feet are there. My hands are there. Throat chakra.
my beard.
I'm alive!
Yeah, that's why I want to get into yoga because I feel like that'll put me more in touch with my body.
Yeah, yoga's really nice, but I don't like having to hold a pose.
Yeah.
And then I'm present, but I'm miserable because my body hurts.
I've actually never done yoga, so I can't even talk.
You've never done yoga?
Never in my life.
What?
I know.
But you are
It's not that crazy.
you're so naturally present, I must say. You're always just like in the moment.
Am I?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I think you're always like taking steps towards your future, but you're pretty like in the moment. You're present.
I've been working on that, so thank you.
Yeah.
I've been working on trying. Brooke said that to me when we went to the Manson house. She was like, "You're very present."
What books are you reading?
Oh yeah. So I just have some book recommendations. I really, I didn't realize the other day because last night I was trying to convince John. His dad had sent him a quote about books, and he said it out loud, and I was like, "Yeah, check out the library over there. Pick one out and read one." His dad sent him a quote about how like you cannot be fulfilled in life unless you read something like one of those things of like the best readers.
Writers readers.
So he sent him one of those, and I was like, because I'm a bookworm. I've got a new book every 2 weeks. I plow through my books.
I need to start reading stories.
Yeah, and I really like fiction, and the reason, because I used to read, like, I read Michelle Obama's book and Amy Schumer and like Amy Poehler's.
I read Amy Poehler's book. That was really good.
Those. I like those memoirs, but like really, what my favorite thing to read is fiction, because it's really fun enhancing your life with a story, and like it's kind of like your own little secret world with like your secret friends that you're like spending time with every day. No, it's like movies are 2 hours and that's it.
That is the cutest way to look at it, like a secret world with secret friends. The characters are your friends.
They're your friends, and you get close to them, and like you get very involved in their lives, and like
that's what people do with your stories.
What?
Like you're their friend.
Oh, my Instagram story?
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, like you want to keep up with what's going on with these people.
Keeping up with Emily.
And a good book will take you into that world and create a space that you feel like you're a part of and you become invested in. And so that being said, I do, because John had said to me, he was like, do you have any like history books? And I realized that like most of my books over there, aside from the memoirs, they are all fiction, like fiction stories.
That's what you like to read.
That's what I like to read. So if I'm going to recommend a couple books, I'm going to say A Little Life. If you haven't read it yet, read it now. By Hanya Yanagihara. Great name. She's the editor of New York Magazine, I think. Or like Culture at New York Times or something. The House of Impossible Beauties by Joseph Cassara. I think that's his name. That's an amazing book.
Did you read all these books?
I've read every book you see over there I've read.
And that's so nice.
That book is about...
It's like your shrine of books.
It is. It's my library.
It's so cute.
I want to get a little stamp that I could stamp the books.
I do
like
want a
Emily Wilson's
bookshelf
library.
of all my inspirational books.
Oh, I'll be your motivate your life.
I'm going to read a Freud book.
Freud would be interesting.
No, I'm going to read a Freud book. I was
read a lot
talking
of Freud in
to my
college.
psychologist about this because he's always like, Sophia, he's like, you deserve a degree. You should go. He's like so motivational with me. He's he's like Eckhart Tolle from The Power of Now. Like he's always inspiring me to do more.
Well, that's
And
good.
it's really great. He's like, I call him Dumbledore because he's like my 90-year-old psychiatrist.
Yeah. I was going to say about that, like, I think there's a good thing about, well, let me just quickly ramble off some titles. Three Women, read that, amazing. Normal People, and right now I'm reading Ask Again, Yes, which is really good so far. Anyway.
I'm going to read The Medical Medium.
What is that?
The Medical Medium is a book all about, I'm going to talk about my book now. It's a book all about Epstein-Barr. Epstein-Barr. It's a virus that you get after mono, and he talks about how he is a medical medium. He got in touch with spirit as a child. He calls him spirit. He was able, I guess, maybe, but spirit came to him as a child, and he had an old man image. He was like an old man, and he told him that his grandmother had cancer. So ever since, he's been the medical medium, and apparently Spirit told him that the cure to all ailments is celery juice.
Okay, see, this is when you kind of lose me a little bit.
No, but it's true. If you people know who the medical medium is, everyone in the yoga
Does
world
he like
actually
go cure people?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
He's like crazy famous.
Celery juice.
And all ailments are also due to the liver. So everybody's liver needs to be cleansed, and celery juice does that. So you need to have a glass a day in the morning, wait 30 minutes, cleanse yourself. And I was doing it, and I knew that there was something wrong because after I did it, I had like really bad diarrhea. And that means that like your liver, it's a hot liver. It's hot, it's overactive.
Good.
So it was cleansing me. And then I stopped doing it because it's too hard to juice every morning, clean the juicer, but medical medium's onto something.
Okay, well that's something
Read
I'll
The
take
Medical
note of.
Medium.
Medical Medium. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say about your psychologist wanting you to read a lot of these like books about like, motivational books.
Yeah.
A lot of the time I feel like it's good to read some of those, but like what fiction stories do for me is they kind of like provide me with another relatable story of the human condition, of like you read these books and the way that like these characters and their anxieties and their habits and their thoughts are talked about makes you feel so much less alone in the world, I guess. This sounds like I sound like such a nerd, but like I think that fiction storytelling does what these psychology books are supposed to do without explaining it. It like actually does make you feel like a part of the world and like a human and like you can relate to these stories.
But that's why it's fiction.
What?
Fiction. Is fiction true or not true?
Not true. Not true. It's
not true.
Made
so
up.
that's why it's fiction. I mean, you're saying it's relatable and everything, but then they're living these lives, but it's just not even true.
No, 3 Women was nonfiction.
So you read a nonfiction book?
Yeah, I
did. You
did.
mention it?
I said 3 Women
3
by
Women.
Lisa Taddeo.
3
Really good
Women.
book. Anyway, I'm really kind of done with talking about books.
I know, that was a really long segment about books.
That was a long thing. Books. Pete was like, no thanks.
I wanna travel soon, like with you.
I would
love to travel, but like I've been thinking,
We're
like,
going to
the
a
last
wedding.
time we traveled, it wasn't a good trip, literally.
Oh, shrooms?
I literally lost my shit in LA.
Yeah.
Like I really died and came back to life.
We did shrooms together the last time we took a vacation.
And you were on the best trip of your life.
But that's because I don't have, my core is sunshine. So when I take a psychedelic,
I thought I was in a really good place.
no, but you've got a lot of darkness to you.
Oh, fuck. You think?
Yeah, I think you know
I
it.
do. No, I do have a lot of darkness, but I think that I can tell when I'm in a good spot. And I was like, I'm ready to take it. I'm
You know
ready
what,
to
though?
pop the shroom like a piece of popcorn, and I'm gonna go on the best trip of my life. And then I remember sitting on the chair. Emily's looking at all these pictures. She's like, the pictures are moving. And I was like,
They were
oh
moving.
no. And I just felt my brain go to mush. And it was like darkness washed over me. I tried to fall asleep. The fucking walls were closing in on me. You came in the room and your face was red. You had blocky eyebrows.
You said my eyebrows were like sliding off my face.
So it was the scariest
I wanted to
experience
try
in
and
my
help
life.
you and be like, Fee, it's okay. It's gonna. But we should also mention
I'll show.
we took double the amount you're supposed to by accident. So that's
Well, no,
definitely-
it wasn't by accident. I remember you guys, Austin told me that I had to take that much to feel anything.
No, I remember. I remember it was a discussion that we didn't remember how much the normal
you know
amount
what?
was.
That one guy didn't take his serving, so we went ahead and we took it.
And no, but before we even took his, we all took double the amount we were supposed to take.
Oh
I
my
remember
God.
finding that out of like, oh, last time we took half this.
And then you like people talk about how they learn from that experience. Like every bad trip is like there's literally sweat dripping down my leg. Every bad trip is like a learning experience, and you'll become like some people say they become enlightened from their bad trips. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I was literally scrubbing with dish soap. My face was melting. I was looking in the mirror. My face was melting.
oh my God.
The scariest experience of my life. But yeah, we should travel. Maybe we shouldn't do shrooms, but we should travel.
I actually have been meaning. I really want to do shrooms sometime again soon because
Yeah.
like what they do for me emotionally in the moment is like so. Have you done shrooms, Pete? Acid. I'm scared of acid.
Oh, you know what? I remember Nat even said, she was like, you should try acid if you didn't like shrooms. And I was like, what?
Isn't acid supposedly like you? It's harder to have a bad experience on it than shrooms, or is that not true? Yeah, I don't really know.
I feel like
exactly
they're
the
both
difference.
trips. You could have a really bad trip on either one.
The difference I know about is that acid has more peaks and valleys in your trip.
Acid has more peaks and valleys.
Oh, so it's, yeah.
right,
We're kind of going in and out of like
up and down, and then not at all.
Well, that was what
Yeah.
shrooms was too, though.
Yeah,
And
I
when you're
actually-
coming down from it, it's like you're having like little trips.
Yeah, little mini trips on the way
Which
down.
was fine. I wasn't you know what? It might have been too much because I just remember
I am
my peak was bad.
100% certain that we took, before we even took the guy's extra serving of
Yeah.
it, we took double.
Gabby was my sister Gabby took shrooms. She put it in tea and it was so cute. And she was like actually functioning like normally. I was like, I don't know how, I was holding on to the bed frame for dear life. Like I was
Yeah.
literally like
No, I
being
remember. I
taken on a
felt
roller
so
coaster.
bad for you.
I thought everyone was going to rape me.
That's so scary.
I was like, don't rape me. I was so scared. And then was like, hug me.
Yeah.
Get away.
I remember going into the room and like really trying to look you in the eyes and be like, Fee, it's me.
And your face
was red.
was red and your hair
Yeah.
turned to like horns.
A lot of people, because I'm Jewish.
No, because you have horns sometimes.
I'm a
Your
Taurus.
bangs turn to horns.
bangs
Maybe
were
maybe your
horns.
earrings went on your head.
Yeah. I A lot of people were scared of me that night on that trip. I feel like I do have a quality
Austin
about
didn't
me.
talk to you for the rest.
Yeah, it like hurt one of my friendships.
So the Amazon is burnt to bits.
So not funny, but good change of subject.
Oh my God, it's literally like burning down. That's like the lungs of our fucking country.
Of our,
or our world.
planet.
Or a planet.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff. Is kind of like, how is it possible that could be going on and like we're all still kind of going about our lives?
I know, it's really scary. And also I read that like it was like a government idea and like farmers were burning it down. Like it wasn't just like a forest fire. Like it was actually like
What?
I don't know if that's just a conspiracy. I did read it on salon.com.
Wait,
But
is that
people
true?
no, but there's a lot of people saying that like
Have you heard that?
farmers like set the fires.
I haven't read really much about it. Have you?
You want to sit here and look it up, or do
No.
you want to just trust?
Salon.com?
Salon.com said it. So if you look
Pete's
it
gonna
up,
look it
yeah,
up.
look it up.
I remember seeing that it was like seeing something about like they didn't even want to accept money for aid, but I don't remember seeing that they started. We didn't start the fire.
I read that farmers were burning it down,
Ouch.
but I mean that's terrible.
Why would they do that?
That's terrible. I don't know why they would do
Inside
it. It's a
job?
government. Well, no, it's a government thing, and in Brazil they need like more money, so they're trying to build like where the Amazon is.
So they were trying to burn the Amazon down so they
I
could
don't think
build
they
on
tried.
top
I
of
think
it?
they really did. I don't know if I'm just believing the conspiracy. I think it might be true.
I don't know, Sophia. It was like a pretty
Pete, do you see it?
damaging thing.
Salon.com.
CNN,
CNN
definitely more trustworthy.
CNN is going to be more
What
trustworthy.
is salon.com?
I don't know. I was reading about the Amazon, and that's what I was reading it off of.
I feel like I really am never up with the news.
I'm
How
not
does everybody
u-
find out about shit?
I'm not usually either, but I don't know. My mom just kind of tells me stuff, and then I look it up real
Yeah.
quick. But I was also reading about it's like a new kind of cemetery that they're gonna do, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the Amazon because it's gonna bring a lot of oxygen onto the earth if people start donating their ashes to this new kind of cemetery and they grow redwood trees and they use your ashes as fertilizer. All it costs is $2,700. But instead of like, because it's taking up all this space to have all of these
Graves.
like tombstones and
I've
graves.
always thought that too,
grow a
of,
redwood
like,
tree,
yeah.
and use ashes as
Turn
and then
yourself
you
into
get-
life.
Yeah, and then turn it into life, and then we'll have all these new trees, and we won't like our
I can
earth
get
won't
behind
be
that.
falling apart. But it just makes me so sad. I'm like, why would like the government really doesn't care?
I know.
About global
it kind
warming.
of felt like such a weird thing of like, why did I find out about this via Instagram and no news channel seems to really be talking about it? The only thing they would be talking about is how like it took over social media for like 2 days. But I always feel like whenever I see shit like that, I'm like, and John and I have talked about this before, I always feel like, did I like miss a class or something that like everybody else took? And like I'm just like out of the loop. I always feel out of the loop on like every single news cycle. I'm like, what? Where did everyone learn about these things?
I think it's just your phone. Like, there's people, because like on our phones every day, like there's the news is right, like all the highlights from the
Yeah.
news. Like we could do. It's like your good daily morning.
But a lot of them are pretty boring. Like this
It is
woman,
boring.
this woman saved her cat from a tree. I get a lot of those headlines.
I know, but yeah, I mean,
and then it'll be like,
I'm trying to
massive
be a
shooting.
little bit more like up to date
Conscious,
with the news because I think it's important, and my book told me to do it, so I'm trying to do
Well,
it.
and that's where we say bless the book.
Bless the book because it's like you should. It's fucked up if you don't
Yeah.
if you don't care about the world.
No, I know. I try and like in the mornings I'll listen to NPR's podcast like of the daily
Isn't it
news.
sad that we're like forcing ourselves to do that though?
No, because I think
I do care about the Amazon though. I'm gonna say that.
I don't think I think it's one of those things where you kind of have to force yourself to start doing it to realize it's really good for you to do it, because it's kind of like dieting. Of like the beginning you're like, I don't want to do that,
Yeah.
and you're forcing yourself, but then once you're in it you're like, my life is better this way.
Yeah.
So like I think like paying attention to the news, I always feel better when I like feel like I'm part of the world that I live in.
No, it's important to do.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing.
For sure, Z's. I also make sure now I got into a habit of watching Live with Kelly and Ryan in the morning.
What's that? I don't even know what that is.
Regis
like
and Kelly?
Kelly Ripa?
Yeah, Kelly and Ryan.
I never watched that before. I think that's a waste of my time.
You know why I think I watch it? Because when I was
But I
in
watched
like,
The Bachelor in Paradise, so
oh, I love Bachelor.
Bachelor in Paradise is the bomb.
It's pretty
A
good.
majority of my therapy session was about Bachelor in Paradise.
Really?
Yeah, my
Wait,
80-year-old
why?
psychiatrist is watching Bachelor in Paradise.
Really?
Yeah, he's watching it. He was
It's like the most popular season it's ever been.
it's pretty interesting. And
Yeah.
they're doing a lot of things like Demi came out and she has like a lesbian girlfriend, and that's huge for the show
That was
because
very
they've
big.
never had a lesbian on the show. Like Bachelor Nation is making a positive turn this season.
Yeah, that was always kind of my problem with the show was like how
Yeah.
heteronormative it is.
Yeah.
And like even with race too, there are so many problems.
They should definitely make like a gay Bachelor. They have to.
Yeah, they really should.
Is there not a show like
But
that
then
yet?
no, but I feel like if they made gay Bachelor, like everyone who was on it would just start hooking up with each other.
Well, that's exactly what Bachelor is anyway.
No, but Bachelor in Paradise is, but like gay, like Bachelor and Bachelorette, like none of the contestants want to make out with each other. Like if you had the gay
but that would be
Bachelor,
so much better.
but
Everybody
No,
would want to
'cause
see
then-
that. It'd be like one big orgy.
But
and
yeah,
that's
but-
why I watch Bachelor in Paradise.
I know, but then it wouldn't be The Bachelor. It would be Bachelor in Paradise gay.
love it.
I love it too.
I'm
on board.
into it.
I am so on board. I feel like I love. Never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say? Now you have to say it.
No, I don't want to say because it doesn't really make sense.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to be the Bachelorette.
I think you should go on.
I'm
the
gonna
show.
do it. I'm gonna do.
you'd
I
be
think
great on the show.
I was a serial dater for long enough that I could find like once I am the Bachelorette because I'm manifesting it. Like I think that we should delete this episode because I can't be saying that. You know, to the audience that I want to be the Bachelorette. Like I'm supposed to be on the Bachelor first, and then I have to pretend that I really want to be like in a relationship and I want to get married at the end of this.
What would you want out of being on The Bachelor?
Clout. Instagram followers. It's really
but
egotistical like that, and everybody that's on the show really
I know,
wants
and
that.
that's why it's like there's some part
And
of
if there is love that comes out of it, wonderful. That's great, but you cannot go into it thinking that this person, they probably filmed for what, a month? You can't go into it thinking that you're gonna fall in love in a month and want to get married to someone.
yeah.
I mean, knowing me, I'm so crazy that like girls are crazy. Girls like meet someone and they're like, oh my God, I want to get married.
But see, I guess that it's kind of just I think a lot of girls do go on it for that reason, like because they actually think
They
they'll
really
find
do?
love. I think a decent amount of them are like, what if I do find? But
There's a chance
My
always.
problem with the show is that. And the reason why I can't really fully get invested is that I want to watch it and like follow a love journey. But since it's become such a thing of like everyone's on there for clout, it's kind of makes it a little less fun for me to watch, even though I know that.
Yeah, but I still know it and I still watch it and I still love it. And I think that yes, everybody goes on it for clout, but people do catch feelings on the show.
Well, I know
Because
that's
they're
why
all young,
I like,
attractive.
I like Bachelor in Paradise
Adults.
way more than the actual Bachelor.
Me too.
Because I can believe that more. Everybody has a chance at there's little relationships everywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas on The Bachelor, it's like there's no way all 27 of these women are into this one guy. Or
yeah,
vice
and
versa.
I
You know what
honestly
mean?
don't know if when you try out, you know who you're trying
You
out
don't.
for.
And these girls come on the show and they're like, so like day one of meeting the guy, they're like,
Like once I found out that you were
really-
the Bachelor, I knew that I was gonna come on the show.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you
didn't.
No,
And
you
all of them
didn't.
are like, he's just like such a great guy, and like I really see a future with it. Can I steal you for a second? Sorry,
I love that.
Can I steal him for a second?
I would be so good at that.
I know.
I'd be like, hold on. Oh, you're talking to him? Oh, okay. I'll bring him right back. I'll bring him right back.
He wants to come with me. I'm just gonna steal him for 1 second.
I'm like, how are you doing? I know this must be crazy for you. There's so
This
many
must be
girls
so overwhelming.
falling all over you.
But that's why I really liked Love Island.
I never
because
watched that.
You watched Love Island, Pete? The UK version, season 1.
Is it good?
Season 5 or something.
Is
It's
it the
actually,
same?
you know why I like it? I feel like British people are way less fake than Americans. Like pretty much any reality show in America, you go on that show to get famous. Like period. It's
Yeah.
very obvious.
Yeah.
But these British people, they're kind of just like fucking around. And like when you watch Love Island, they're like like Bachelor in Paradise in that there's always like a match and you couple up with people.
Yeah.
And also they just feel so much more like trashy and raw. Whereas Bachelor is so like glamorous and feels like they're just trying to get their own show on E.
Yeah.
So it takes away a little bit of like the rugged authenticity.
Yeah, there
for
are
me.
some times that I'm watching it and the episodes are real long and I'm just like, oh my God, they've all been having the same conversation for hours. They're just like, like I just want to know, like, I want to be transparent with you and like I just want to see where our relationship is gonna go. And I'm like, you guys just met and you're talking about like the future with your relationship. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know?
I think if I were to go on The Bachelor, if they were to ever have if I was in a world in which I was single, that was weird how I phrased that.
A world in which I was single.
If I was single,
Yeah.
and I were to go on The Bachelor, in a world in which
In a world in which I was single.
I'm reading too many books.
She's reading fiction.
If I were to go on The Bachelor, I would do it. I would do gay Bachelor. I would not go on
Would you
straight
bring this
Bachelor.
guitar as a
I'd bring the
prop?
guitar and say, if once I knew you were the Bachelorette, I said, I got to take my guitar. I'm going to sing you a song.
You would serenade.
I would serenade.
Emily, you
I'd
did
freestyle rap. I'd be like, what's up? My
Someone
name
already
is
did
Emily.
that
I'm
this
here.
season. Someone already did that
All right.
this season.
I'm not surprised. But I do think I would way rather try and win a girl's heart. I think on TV, I could easily win a girl's heart, but I could not win a guy's heart.
I mean, you did already win a girl's heart once before.
Oh, in real life.
In real life.
I know,
Yeah.
and
You're good at that.
I really didn't treat that as I should have.
No, you're a fucking player.
I was like...
because Emily does go both ways. We know that. And when her lesbian side is a player.
I know. I really become such a top and an asshole.
Oh my God, you are.
Like really
You're-
BDE times big BPE, if that's a
Big
thing.
puss energy.
I do. Like when I was dating that girl, we would like walk on the street together and I would like fucking hold her waist and be like, you're mine. Like I was such like a top. But
she
I
loved
feel
you.
like she did love me and I feel really bad that if she ever hears this, I'm so sorry.
Me and Em were both using our Guffanti Instagram to stalk our
I
exes.
check in now and then.
We all check in.
I
Everybody
check in.
checks in with their exes.
But you know what? She has me blocked on everything still, which like confirms for me that like it's.
well, that's
it
why we
still
have to use
upsets her.
Guffanti.
But you are checking on someone that you have blocked. That's
I know. It
That's
means that I
different.
have no self-control.
yeah. Mine is like, why do you still have me blocked? Let me see what's going on.
I have no self-control at all. I was like, I'm going to block on everything. And then I'm like, fuck.
and
I
then I'm
have to
still
do it.
gonna look.
And it's like, I could have unblocked on my page and just done it.
Yeah.
But-
I think that blocking.
Sometimes you have to, though.
But I think that having someone blocked completely shows that you still care. Because I remember unblocking when John and I were broken up, I unblocked him because I was like, I don't want him to think I still care, even though I totally did. But I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want him to know that I care, so unblock.
Sometimes, yeah. And like, I think sometimes you have to block, though, because you need to do it for yourself.
I had him blocked
like,
for a year.
Of course you care, but like you have to block.
It took me.
It was good for me to block.
I stand by you. It took
Yeah.
me an entire year to
Yeah,
unblock him.
not blocked anymore, though.
You unblocked?
I unblocked.
So then
because
you don't-
I'm good now.
Yeah, okay.
But I needed the block for a while.
See, and I'm still on block. And I think I feel so, I truly do think like I am a good person. And as much as a fuckboy I become when I go gay, I really do think like I have the best of intentions.
Yeah.
And the truth is that like, since the day I met John, I've been in love with him. And like that never went away. And
Oh
even
my
when I
God.
was single.
You talked about him every day
Yeah.
while you were broken up.
And it's glaringly obvious. But if you just meet me and you're like a romantic partner, you don't know that I'm still in love. Like, and I didn't even want to admit to myself, like, I wanted to see a world in which I
because
could
if
be.
it's not, if the relationship isn't working out, then you're trying to get over. You're trying to get over
Right,
that,
and
you
so,
know?
like, but-
so you were trying to
but
move on.
I always had a low level, like in the back of my head, always was in love with him. And so I feel so bad because with this girl specifically, I really did like, and I really had such a great time with her, but I feel so bad because she got such the wrong idea about me because as soon as we broke up, like within the same, like in 2 weeks, John and I got back together or no, there was a little more of a gap, but it just looked so, but especially because
well, it looked like exactly what it was.
love that I tried dating a girl and was like, nope, back to my ex.
Literally exactly what it was.
Yeah. I know, but so what I'm trying to say is I think that I still carry the guilt of like, this looks so bad and I want her to believe that I'm not a bad person.
I think you really wanted to be her friend.
I do, and I know
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, and I have to accept that, but it's so hard for me to live with the fact that there is a girl out there walking around thinking that Emily Wilson is a rotten cunt. And I guess you kind of have to get over that. Like, people are not going to like you, but like, every part of me wants to like shake her and be like, I swear to God, I'm a nice person. And that
she's not
really
going to believe it
me.
though, because you burned her so bad.
I burned her.
You burned her
beyond what I'm willing to say on the podcast.
She was
I took a hot scorching pot and smacked it on her forehead.
Yeah. She's like in the fire. She's in the flames and she's burnt to crisp. Yeah. She's a piece of like ciabatta bread that's like in
she's
the
a
oven.
Parmesan crisp.
Yeah.
She's a crisp. You may want to dip that in some cool dip to cool down your crisp.
Oh my God. Put some ice cubes on it. Pour the water. Put out the fire.
Oh man. Well, all that to say, I'm really happy in my relationship now.
It's the end of Guffanti.
Wait, hold your mic out. I'm going to play a chord, and then that'll be the end of the episode. Thank you to everyone for listening. Sorry to the girl I hurt. This song's for you. And thank you for listening. We love you all. Here's one chord. It's the chord G. Sophia's so close. Wait. Emily is not a lesbian anymore. Okay, Guffanti out.
Guffanti out.